So you've heard of the right to disconnect, right? Well, it's here to stay. So we want to make sure that you, as an employer, know exactly what you need to do in your business. As of August 2025, employers can lawfully refuse to work contact outside their hours, their normal hours, if they deem the contact is unreasonable in their type of position. So I want to make sure you're fully across this change. So in short, your employees now have the legal right to reasonably refuse work-related contact outside their standard work hours. Now, this doesn't mean that you can never contact them. It means that they can't be disciplined for choosing not to respond if your expectation is unreasonable. And the Fair Work Commission now has the power to step in and make orders here, either stopping employers from making unreasonable contact or stopping the employees from unreasonably refusing to connect. So it's really important that you get this right. So here are some key questions to start asking in your business right now. And you may want to pause this video and note some of these down to discuss at your next management meeting. The first one is, do we know which roles genuinely require out of hours contact? And is this actually written into their position descriptions? So how often are we contacting staff outside hours? And is this level of disruption reasonable? That's another question. Another one is, have we considered personal circumstances like family or caring responsibilities that might make it harder for staff to be available? Another question, are we paying people correctly under the award if they're effectively on call or doing extra hours? Another question, during recruitment and induction, do we clearly explain the expectations around after hours contact? And a couple more questions, do our probation and performance reviews check in with employees about whether the level of after hours contact feels manageable for them? And lastly, do we actually have a right to disconnect policy in place? So here are some recommended actions, some steps that we at HR Tactics recommend you take to prepare for this. Firstly, create a list of roles that reasonably require after hours contact and meet with those employees just to ensure that they're aware that you have this expectation of them. It's important that they are aware. Secondly, we'd review and update position descriptions, contracts and policies to reflect those expectations. Very important that you've got all that in writing. Thirdly, check the award entitlements and make sure employees are being properly compensated for this additional time. Otherwise, you're at risk of underpaying. Fourthly, add the right to disconnect discussions into recruitment, induction, probation, and annual reviews so that there's evidence that you're revisiting this with your employees. Fifthly, it'd be develop a clear right to disconnect policy and to train managers on what reasonable contact looks like. And lastly, our recommendation would be that you consider practical measures like delaying email sends, turning off notifications, or adding work hours to email signatures. Those are some of the things that employers are doing which are helping with this situation. So the right to disconnect is all about balance, really. It's about protecting your team's personal time while still running your business effectively. By taking these steps now, you'll be compliant, but you'll also build a workplace culture that reflects well-being and boundaries. If you'd like help developing a right to disconnect policy or training your managers or wording for your employment contracts or position descriptions, get in touch with us here at HR Tactics and we can take care of that for you.